Hello, welcome back to the Little Corner Gardens. I'm Jeanette. In this video, I want to talk to you about one of my absolute favorite things, and that is propagating plants. But specifically, we're going to talk about a way of propagating plants that is super easy, and you can use lots of different things that you would already have around your house to do it, and it isn't very expensive. And it's pretty much foolproof. And it takes no effort. Jeanette, what are you talking about? What is this super easy way of propagating your plants? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's called a prop box. Am I the first person to come up with this concept of prop boxes? No. But apparently there's a lot of you that don't know that this is an option when you're trying to propagate your plants. And you don't even know how easy it is. And I want to show you today. So here we have behind me my plants. I want to show you all of them because they look so cute. Okay, hold on. So these are my glorious plants. Sorry, the sun is kind of making it a little bit hard to show you, but I have this shelf over here. There's some bamboo, aloe, pothos, begonia rex. I can't remember what this thing is, but I think it's super cute. This is my begonia maculata, which is one of my all-time favorites because it's got this polka dotted pattern on the leaves. I think this is like a heart of Jesus or something, but it's really cute. And I bought it actually to plant outside. And I did, but then I was like, I don't want it to die. So I dug it up and I brought it inside. And it's doing really well. Anyway, I got lots of plants, but I don't want to talk about my plants too much because what we're going to focus on is propagating in propagation boxes or prop boxes. Let's get to that. Okay, so down here, I have these little containers. This one, these are just to-go containers. And I have these containers. This one and this one. And then I have this one over here. And they're all just containers that either I already had around the house. Like this one is just a seed starting tray, and I use the humidity dome. This container is just a little like storage tote that I got from Dollar Tree. So this cost me barely more than $1. And then these are just takeout containers that I had salads in. And as long as the top is clear, you could use like a rotisserie. You could use any kind of takeout container or a rotisserie container. And the key to doing this is this material right here, sphagnum moss. You can buy this on Amazon. That's where I got it. I will include a link to that in the description box below. It really wasn't that expensive. I still have a ton of it. But look how well, see, these are begonia rex propagations that I started. And they're just cuttings. And they're already starting like little plants growing out of the center just in this moss. There's not a lot of sunlight on the bottom of these rolling shelves either. And they're still doing super great. This one, I just started. It's my purple pallida. But I could show you some really good ones here. This is one of my my Monstera Adansonii, like Swiss cheese plants. Can you see that? And it's got this really long root going. It looks beautiful. I have a few of those in here. And that's just in my little salad to go container from a fast food place. And then I have this little, it's a begonia maculata cutting that I rooted. And it roots so easily. And look, there's barely any stem on this, and it didn't have any leaf nodes, anything. It was just the stem. Now you can propagate in water. All these you can propagate in water. It's just, I find this to be the easiest and fastest. I think it's so fast. I think when I do it in water, it takes probably about twice as long. And I'm constantly having to change the water. So that to me is just not really worth it if I can just stick it in this moss and I just leave it. And it can live in this for a really long time. Like, I'm going to keep it here until I'm ready to plant it, or maybe I might sell these as rooted cuttings because I don't need this many plants, but I have a weird God complex with propagations. But you don't even need to do propagating this way. There's a million ways to propagate, but this is just my favorite way, and I'm going to keep doing it probably forever. I still propagate in water though too. So, I mean, this is my Monstera cuttings that I got from a friend, a generous friend who had a humongous one that she allowed me to have a cutting off of. Like, she actually gave me a big old cutting, and so I cut it into separate pieces, and look at those. And that's just in water. But the thing about water is you do have to continually check on the water and clean out the containers because they get kind of gunky and they'll grow, well, they'll get filmy. I've noticed that you can't just take out the water. You do have to clean out the containers every once in a while, which isn't that big a deal. But you don't have to put anything special in this water. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to buy anything. But this, you do have to buy the moss. The moss is not very expensive. I still have a big old container. Actually, let me go find it. Hold on. Okay, before I go get that moss, I just wanted to show you guys. This is a pothos, which I'm going to do a whole video on pothos because so many people talk about how they can't keep plants alive. But I swear you could keep a pothos alive. Anyway, this pothos is a Hawaiian, it's like a super variegated version of a pothos. Let me see. Yep. Oh, look at all the pretty like variegations on those leaves. And then these beautiful roots coming down. And I put it the long way in the moss, so I laid it down and just kind of buried it a little bit. And I mean, it's so happy in this environment as long as it's moist. I know people hate that word, but you know, I don't know a better way of describing the environment. Just keep it damp, but not soaking wet. Yeah? Okay, but look at these roots. They're beautiful. And I could just cut this in two and I'd have two separate pothos plants. Hawaiian, highly variegated pothos. I actually got my original cutting off of a seller on Etsy, which I know is kind of silly to buy cuttings off of Etsy, especially if they haven't already rooted. But I did it and they all rooted eventually. That's for a different video. 1 second, I will go get my moss. Okay, I found it. Buried in all my crap in the basement. This is the brand that I bought, and I just got it off of Amazon. And I will, like I said, stick a link to that in the description below. I don't really have an affiliate marketing like thing with Amazon, but I should probably get one, right? If I'm going to start promoting their products, give me a cut, right? Anyway, But look at it. This is all that I've used. I mean, I've used it for other stuff too, but this stuff, like when you get it wet, it spreads, it like, because it's all like packed down in this package. So then you just grab a little bit of it and you stick some water on it and it just gets big and fluffy. And then when you don't want it to be too wet. So you don't want it to be soaking wet. You just kind of want it to be damp. So what I did when I first was creating my propagation boxes, I wet it down and then I would squeeze as much of the water out of the moss as I possibly could with, like, I don't know, just like in a different container. And then, yeah, basically that's all you got to do. Just get it wet, squeeze any excess water out. Sometimes it does dry out. I noticed these containers, especially because these have some air holes at the top. There's like ventilation holes, and so this moss does tend to dry out. And this one has dried out a little bit too. I just kind of take a little bit of water and I'll sprinkle it in there, and yeah, it's not a big deal. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope that it was informative to you, and I really hope that you give propagating in prop boxes a try, because it's really fun. It's really fun and it's really easy. Oh, look at this. I forgot to show you guys. This is one of my lucky bamboo cuttings that I stuck in my prop box, and it doesn't have any roots. I don't know if it get roots right here, but look, it's sprouting another little sprout. It's growing, so it's working. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing, because I'm really excited to start making more and more videos for you guys. I have a really big passion for plants, and I want to talk about it all day long. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I was going to show you that I propagated these hydrangeas. Can you believe it? I propagated hydrangeas from cuttings. Isn't that wild? And I did these in prop boxes, and it worked like a charm. This is so cute. I hope it gets big. This one's a blue one. I don't know if it's actually going to be blue, but look, I spilled. No, kitty. No.